Today, we're diving into an Africa Cup of Nations semifinal that, let me tell you, had absolutely everything. Raw attention, a bit of controversy, and a finish that was just heart-stopping.
Okay, let's start with the most important number in this entire story, 50. That's how many years the host nation, Morocco, has been waiting to get their hands on this trophy again. You could just feel it in the air, the weight of half a century of hope.
So picture the scene in Rabat. You've got this insane home crowd just roaring for their Atlas Lions, and they're up against the powerhouse Super Eagles of Nigeria. This was way more than just a soccer match. This was a fight for a spot in history.
And what a clash of stories this was, right? You have one nation, Morocco, just desperate to break this massive title drought, and you're doing it on home turf. And then on the other side, you've got Nigeria, a team that's used to winning, looking to grab a fourth championship. The pressure was just immense.
For a full 90 minutes, and then for another 30 minutes of extra time, neither team could find the back of the net. But don't let that fool you into thinking there wasn't any action. Oh no, far from it. With every single pass, every tackle, the drama just kept ratcheting up.
I mean, right from the get-go, these two were just trading blows. Morocco's Brahim Diaz comes so close with this beautiful curling shot that's just inches wide. A few moments later, Nigeria's Lookman fires this low, hard shot, and Bounou has to make a fantastic save. It was pure end-to-end action. Then we get a bit of controversy. Nigeria's defender Calvin Bassey gets hit with a yellow card for a foul he supposedly committed on Diaz. But, well, when you look at the replay, it really doesn't look like a foul at all. You can just imagine the frustration building up on that Nigerian side. And the defending from both teams, absolutely heroic. You had Nigeria somehow clearing this chaotic scramble right in front of their goal. Then, a thunderous shot from Hakimi. The whole Moroccan side is screaming for a handball, but the ref just waves play on. Both sides were just making these incredible goal-saving plays to keep the score locked at 0.
So after 120 absolutely grueling minutes, still nothing. 0-0. The fate of who would go to the final was going to come down to the ultimate test of nerve, a penalty shootout.
All right, so now we get to the shootout. And every single kick is just loaded with the hopes and dreams of an entire nation. This is where you find out who your heroes are.
And this shootout was just a total roller coaster. First, Nigeria gets the advantage, and you're thinking, oh man, is the dream over for Morocco? But then, their goalkeeper, Yacine Bounou, steps up and just becomes a national hero. He makes one huge save, and then he makes another, completely flipping the script. I mean, just look at this duel between the keepers. Both were incredible, but it was Bounou's 2 saves that gave Morocco the chance. And all that pressure, every bit of it, fell on one guy, Youssef En-Nesyri, and he somehow held his nerve and fired home the winning shot.
And with that one kick, all the tension that had been building for 2 hours, that had been building for 50 years, it just exploded into pure, absolute joy. It was just a moment of pure bliss. The entire stadium, just a sea of red and green, completely erupted. You have to understand, this wasn't just a win. This was the culmination of a dream 50 years in the making.
And there you have it. Morocco had done it. They punched their ticket to the AFCON final for the first time since 2004, and they kept that 50-year dream alive for one more game.
But the journey isn't over yet. Not by a long shot. A massive challenge is waiting for them. The reigning champions, Senegal, one of the most dominant teams on the entire continent. The final hurdle is definitely the highest one.
And so, that leaves us with the one big question. After coming all this way, after surviving this unbelievable test of nerve, can they actually do it? Can they take down the champions and finally, after half a century of waiting, reclaim the crown? An entire nation is holding its breath.